Hey, 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 hey. What do you say? How you guys and gals doing on this beautiful Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday. Shit. Sorry. Still trying to get all my bearings down. I hope everybody's doing great. Let's get a couple things set up here real quick and then we'll get into it. Uh, da, 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 I So far, so good, I believe, with the meniscus surgery. I hope. A browser lost connection. There we go. We don't want to have that. From the second studio tonight, like I said, it's not doing so hot on the walking, but you know what? We're doing the best we can with what we got. So, by the way, I do appreciate everybody and all the support and love you send here to me my way. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Which camera is it doing now? Why is it doing that camera? Hold on here. No. Weird. Strange things happen sometimes when you go live. I don't know. And like I said, I don't normally go live from second studio, but when you can't walk, that's kind of the way it is. Yeah, here's a show comment. Man, it's not about being popular. It's just about speaking the truth, getting out there, and not being afraid to, put yourself out there and just do what you do. All right, do what you do. If you want to talk about sports, talk about sports. You want to talk about politics, talk about politics. You want to talk about video games, talk about video games. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever you enjoy, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever it is that you think people like and can relate to as much as you enjoy as well, and then just go do it and get out of your comfort zone, and you're all good. It's all good. Don't be afraid. Trust me, I promise you on this. Anyway, let me get over here. I'm gonna put in this. And anybody that does want to join in is always welcome to do so. There's a link, so it's all pretty self explanatory. Full on, however you want to say, interactive show. That's the way we do it. That's how we roll. That's how we do it. And that's how we're going to continue to do it. Last week, how do we do? Not bad. We went, it would have been 12-3, but we won 11-4, yeah. This week, everybody's playing. Start tomorrow. We've got football for the next, 4 days? We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I think that's pretty sweet. I don't know why it keeps kicking off like that, but don't worry. We'll get it taken care of. And also, we're going to get our Yahoo. And Here's a passkey. Sorry, I apologize. It's always something. Always something. I hope everybody is getting ready for a great day tomorrow. Well, not because of sports, but Thanksgiving. And I'm not talking about the smallpox and all the bad things, but actually being grateful and thankful for things that we should be grateful and thankful for automatically by default. Sorry, gang. There we go. There we go. Come on. It's always something, I'm telling you. All of my, there we go. Now we're talking. And we're going to start a little screen share as well. I don't know why it continues to kick off this camera for whatever reason. I don't know. I apologize. Mm-hmm. Weird. I don't know what to say. There we go. Now we should be okay. I said should be okay. All right, let's go here now and get some screen share action. This is crazy. This is bullshit. Bullshit. Ship of bulls. Yeah, I'm gonna be grounded. When I say grounded, I don't mean like I got in trouble or anything, but I'll be down here in the basement, just chilling, just chilling. Nothing, nothing too exciting. So, yeah, that's all right though. It's kind of to be expected. It's all right. It's okay. Family's gonna be good. I got the in-laws coming in, not to mention my old man and his lady friend, I guess you can say, his girlfriend. They're not married to my knowledge, so you know. All right, let's see. Share screen. Yes. Once again, why are you kicking off? What it's doing, I don't know. I really wish I did though. All right, let's get in here. We can go quick recap on NBA, and honestly, I'll be honest, I don't really want to right now. Not NBA kind of turned off right now. It just hasn't. Yeah, not. Not happy about it. I think we deserve better, and there's no excuse for what has been going on with the NBA in the background, etc. So, my opinion, like I said, when the biggest story in the NBA is all about the controversy, etc., it just it doesn't jive well with me. And real quick, let me get this read. This will just take a second. Whoop whoop. Let me make it tiny. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the favor and balance of fair use, or the balance in favor of fair use. So some of these other platforms that like for you to tread lightly, no, not happening. Not on my watch. All right, let's go here and see what we got. Dun dun dun. Got 3 games tomorrow. Looking forward to them all. Detroit and Green Bay, the first of the games. That's going to be an early game, depending on what your idea of early is. But noon on that one. Green Bay, 1 point is where the odds makers are going. Over under 48.5. And I'll be honest with you, I think that Dan Campbell has proven that even without Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, he's still able to find a way to win. So, in my opinion, I believe that the Lions have what it takes, and they will do what is needed and necessary in order to win this game. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Lions. And all of the picks are going to be posted in the community post section of the YouTube, so it doesn't change. And like I said, we haven't had a losing week. We don't plan on that changing. So, yeah. Like I said, this game would get to me about Green Bay. Some of the plays that Matt LaFleur ends up calling at the absolute worst times. It's just like it's automatic with him. And I don't know why. He's that guy. I don't understand it, but he does it religiously. And if he didn't do it, and, Dan Campbell playing 4-down football, it isn't anything that, there's nothing wrong with it as long as you can move the ball and move the sticks. More importantly, you want to have no third downs, ideally. But if you're going to have third downs, then you want it to be as short as possible. So Dan is a gambling man, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'd be the same way. The difference between Dan Campbell and Matt LaFleur, just between their coaching styles, is the fact that Dan Campbell is willing to gamble and risk it all and put it in the hands of his players, whereas Matt LaFleur will be more passive than aggressive, and he doesn't seem to me to be as confident when he does decide to play a 4 down type football scenario. But that's my opinion. And as far as the money, everything for the most part is going in way of Detroit. So I like it. Like I said, it's a 2.5 point spread. Over under is 13.5. And money line, like I said, I'm taking Detroit. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Next game, near and dear to my heart, which, we'll see where we're at 3 o'clock. We might go live on this one. Chiefs and Cowboys. Jerry Jones, Chiefs 3-point favorites. Over under is 52. This is a 3 o'clock game. Now, the Chiefs are a better team than what their record indicates. And in this case, for tomorrow, I think that they'll be able to prove that. They had a game against the Colts in which they were able to come back and win the game. And I think that in this case, a lot of people are going with the Cowboys, and money line people are going with the Chiefs. But me, that Chiefs are going to be my squad, and very rarely will I not pick the Chiefs. And that's not because of loyalty. It's because I believe that with Patrick Mahomes, there's always a chance. And I think he proves that consistently every week, and he gets better. Ages like a fine wine, right? All right. So we got the Chiefs on that one. Next game. And this will be the last of the Sunday or the Thursday game. Cincinnati, Baltimore. I'm pretty sure I'm not mistaken. Because, tomorrow's the 27th. Yeah, tomorrow night's game. Ravens, Bengals. And if I seem a little bit out of it, it's because I am. Though I don't take any of those pain meds. They give them to me, but I don't take them. Cincinnati, they try. Oh my God, do they try? They try all the time to get another win. I like Baltimore. They've been playing good football, and they've come back to get to a place to where the playoffs are in sight. Possibility of winning that division. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. We got a 7.5 point. Excuse me. I apologize. Let me see. Is that 7.5? Yeah, 7.5 point. Over under is 51.5 points. Yeah. It's going to be an interesting game, but I think that the Ravens and Lamar playing well are going to be enough to win this one. So Ravens it is. I know Stranger Things is on. A lot of people probably watching that. I'm getting ready to watch it here probably after we get done doing this. And I'm looking forward to it. I don't believe there's any bye weeks left, so we got 16 games, and we're going to go through them all. Next, we got the Friday game, Philly and Chicago. Philly with that loss to Dallas. Chicago with another win. This game ought to be interesting. Philly favored by 7. The over-under is 44.5. This is on Amazon on Friday. Tomorrow's games are all going to be on NBC, CBS, and Fox. So there shouldn't be any issue. And like I said, we'll see where I'm at. I know where I'm going to be at. I'll be down in the basement. But what I'm meaning to say is where I'm at as far as how lucid or not lucid I am. But anyway, Chicago, Philly, I think this is going to be a fun game to watch. I'm looking forward to this one just as much as I am watching my team and tomorrow's games in general and football in general. So the Bears, they've surprised a lot of people. I think that they are going to have a good game, but I'll be honest with you. I think Philly's going to be able to come back from that loss last week to Dallas. They're playing at home, and as good as both teams are, I'm going to give Philly the edge on this one. And like I said, Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, the Bears have been playing great ball, and so have the Eagles. But tomorrow, or on Friday, it's going to be the Eagles. You heard it here first, folks. Next, we have, and you know what? I know I said this, but we do have 4 days of football on the road, except we don't have NFL football. Saturday, we have college football, which is probably even better. Still, we'll be able to hopefully get better and better and better as time to heal. And next game, dun dun dun, the Los Angeles Rams and the Carolina Panthers. Rams traveling to play Bryce Young, and the Panthers, LA 10.5 point favorite, over under 45. This is an early game on Sunday. As well as the Rams have been playing, and the cohesiveness between Matthew Stafford, Davante Adams and company has really been the difference maker in this season for them. They've been playing great ball, and no disrespect to the Panthers, they've been able to make it a very interesting season thus far, and I believe that we will see them in the postseason as well. But in this case, we're going with the Rams. Yep, you heard me right. The Rams. And that's a Fox game. That's noon on Sunday. Rams 10.5 point favorites, over under 45. The wise guys, I'd say it's split, but money line wise, everybody likes the Rams. Everything else, relatively even. All that being said, Carolina, Bryce Young continue to improve and do well. I don't expect that to change. So it'll be a good game to watch. Moving right along. Next, we have dun 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 dun. Yep, Arizona and Tampa Bay. I think it'll be an interesting game. I'm gonna have to look at the injury report on this one, but right now Tampa Bay 2.5 point favorite. 43.5 is the over under. And this is a noon game on Sunday. Let's see. Maybe. I'm not sure who is going to start at quarterback for either team, to be honest with you. But let's say it's Baker and Brissett. And Baker's got a banged up shoulder. It's going to be a good game. And I believe in my heart of hearts that Tampa Bay is going to be able to win. Arizona, bless their heart, they try like four oblongs, but it's not going to be enough. You got to be able to do things. And the Buccaneers have been playing great football right there at the thick of things for the postseason as we continue this regular season. And I think that they've got enough to pull out a victory, and I think that they will. So we're going with the Bucs on this one. Next game. Capable backup, very much so. I think that that's going to be the key. And the importance of having a backup that's able to win and step in and produce. Next game, Atlanta going to New York to face the Jets. Atlanta 2.5 point favorite, 39.5 point over under. This is an early game on Fox, and I can't believe that I'm saying this, but we're going with the Jets. Aaron Glenn has proven that he can win. He's shown that he's capable and confident. He's got potential on that team. And, they're a young team. They got a long way to go to be a really good team. But I believe that when it comes to the Falcons, the Jets are in a lot better shape where it matters the most. So I believe in my heart of hearts that the Jets are actually going to win this game over the Falcons. So if I'm wrong, well, then that just means I wasn't right. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Next, moving right along. Next, we got New Orleans and the Dolphins. Dolphins, maybe a chance to get in the postseason. New Orleans, looking forward to next season already. Maybe Miami can, but it's going to take a lot of help and winning outright. So Miami's favored 5.5, 41.5 is the over/under. This is an early game on Fox, and not too much surprise from anybody. Miami is who we're going with. They've been playing better, even though they're still not a good team, but they're better than the Saints, which isn't saying much, but it is true. The Saints are a mess at quarterback. They're a mess on the offensive line. They're just a mess. As good of players as they have on that squad, it's just a terrible team. I don't know how else to say it. And Miami, by no means am I telling you that they're a good team. They're pretty awful as well, but they're a lot better than the Saints. Facts. Absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and take the Dolphins on that one. And just to see where the money's going, for the most part, money line, everybody's going the Dolphins. The over/under, people like the Saints, but the spread, Dolphins. So we'll see. We'll see. And next game. We've got another early game here. Houston going to Indianapolis. Indy 4-point favorite, 44.5 is the over/under. Indy, tough loss last week. Houston, another solid win. This game should be really good between Daniel Jones and more than likely Davis Mills. Not sure that CJ Stroud is going to be playing or not. So I'm going to have to assume that he may not be. And just based on the two teams and how they've done so far this season, and seeing how well the Colts play, we're going to go ahead and go with the Colts. Chiefs are not a bad team by any means, and they were able to stick with them, and vice versa. So Colts came into Arrowhead. They started out great, and then the Chiefs came alive in the second half. Houston's right there in the thick of things as well for the playoff hunt. So should be a great game. Looking forward to it. And like I said, Colts is where we're going to stick with the Colts. And this game is pretty even as far as gambling odds go. And gambling, like I said, I'm not encouraging you to do it. If you're going to gamble, do it responsibly. Don't try to chase your losses. You're just going to fall short and fail. So, Colts on that one. Next game we have is going to be Jacksonville and Tennessee. This is going to be another noon game. It's going to be on CBS. Jacksonville favorite by 6.5. 42 the over/under. And as much as I would love to see Tennessee win, just because playoff implications, etc., we're going to go ahead and go with the Jags. They've got a good enough team, and when it comes down to brass tacks, better team all around than what the Titans have. So that's who we're going to go with on this one. And not only are we going with them, but the money's always doing a lot of talking, and the money's also saying that yeah, it's hard to say that the Tennessee Titans are gonna win this game because they are not a good team. But you never know. Any given Sunday, as they say, and you can see where the money's going right here. Interesting. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We're taking the Jags. Next. Dun, dun. Next, we have the last of the early games, and it is San Francisco going to Cleveland. San Fran, 5-point favorite, 36.5 is the over-under. Game is going to be on CBS. Cleveland ended up winning last week. So did the 49ers. And Shedeur is going to be starter, even though Dylan Gabriel may be out of concussion protocol. They already announced that it's going to be Shedeur. I think that's a good opportunity for him to show what he can do, and I believe that he's going to make the most of it. With that being said, it's hard to say that the 49ers aren't a better team. And not only are the 49ers a better team, but Mac Jones has become a lot more comfortable in that starting role. And there's no guarantee that he's going to be the starter. But whether it's him or Brock Purdy, the 49ers have found ways to win. That's why they've got a great record with all this, things they've had to go through on both sides of the ball. So injuries have plagued them this year, but they have been able to win, and I think that continues against Cleveland this week. So 49ers, that is going to be who we run with this week. I think it'll be a fun game to watch, though, so looking forward to it. Next, dun, dun, dun. Oh, man. Minnesota and Seattle. I have not been impressed with Minnesota. Seattle coming in with 11.5 point as a favorite, 41 point over under. This is going to be on Fox, and I'll tell you right now that I don't like Minnesota and their inconsistencies. They've had some injuries, key skill positions, which doesn't help matters any. And Seattle, and probably the greatest USC quarterback that I can think of off the top of my head, Sam Darnold. And the Seahawks, they're a good fit for one another. And, Sam Darnold's not perfect. He's had bad games, bad outings. But against this Vikings squad that's inconsistent and unpredictably bad, I believe the Seahawks are going to take the win, get the W. So, Sam Darnold, mononucleosis. We're going with you again, buddy. All right. Next game. And big thank you to everybody out there. I greatly appreciate the opportunity to earn your viewership. Thank you so much. It means a great deal to me. And I will continue to be here. And V for victory. Yeah, whether I have 1 or 1,000, it doesn't, I'll put it to you like this. Everybody has goals. Doesn't always mean you're going to meet those goals, but you go out and you do your best. And that's what I do. I do it my way, and I'm okay with that. I really am. So I appreciate everybody's viewership and the opportunity to gain your audience and your subscription or following, whatever you want to call it, all the same. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. Let's get back into it. There we go. Next game. Afternoon game. We got Las Vegas going to Los Angeles. The Raiders and the Chargers. Chargers, though short on the offensive line, have been able to show that they can win games. As much as I would like to see the Chargers lose the Raiders, I don't believe the Raiders are going anywhere this year. If anything, they're going to play spoiler. But even then, I don't see the Raiders coming out with a W on this one. So in this case, we got the Chargers, 10-point favorite, 41 is the over-under. This game is on CBS. These divisional games between anybody in the division, to be honest with you, especially the AFC West, always are hard-fought battles, and this is going to be no different. These teams all want to win. They all want to go out. They all want to take it to the next level so they can be in the postseason. And I believe that the Chargers are hungry. They want to get there, and they will get there. Las Vegas, things just haven't worked out as planned for this year. But they had some weaknesses going into the season, especially the quarterback. Pete Carroll, you can throw blame at him all you want, but he can only do so much. He's not out there playing football. All right. Geno Smith has been underwhelming as a starter. It hasn't worked out. And whatever happens with the rest of the season going forward is just a lesson to be learned from what happened this season for the Raiders. So, like I said, they went up against a very good Cleveland defense last week, rather, and Shedeur Sanders with his first start. It was good enough to get a victory, and this week it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the Chargers with a W. So, one of the old homes of the Raiders, Los Angeles. Welcome home. But it might not be such a sweet homecoming for the Raiders at all. And next game we have Buffalo and Pittsburgh. This is the last of the afternoon games. Buffalo, they've shown a lot of their weaknesses, kinks in their armor, whatever you want to call them. And right now, Buffalo's a 1.5 point favorite. Or is it 3.5? I can't see. 3.5 point favorite. Over under is 46.5. Last week, Aaron Rodgers, I thought that they would be able to get that W, regardless of what history says about how the Steelers haven't historically been able to beat whoever the hell they played last week. And even with Aaron Rodgers, it was the Bears. That's right. Close. It was back and forth, but what is important to note about this game is that Aaron Rodgers is still a great quarterback. The Steelers are a great team. That's not saying anything bad about Buffalo, but I believe, honestly, that the Steelers are going to be able to get a win. And I don't think it's because Buffalo's a bad team. I believe it's going to be more along the lines of the Steelers are just a better team than the Bills. And they're going to prove it this Sunday. So let's get ready for that one. I'm looking forward to it. And I know it's painful, Buffalo. You lost the other week to Houston, which I called correctly, by the way. So, yeah, we've seen where you're vulnerable, and I don't think that I'm the only one. So, these coaches and coordinators out there, they see better than all of us put together, and they're going to say the same thing I'm going to tell you. One team is superior to the other, and that team is going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers come Sunday. Next, we've got the Sunday night matchup. Denver traveling to Washington to play the Redskins or the Commies, whatever you want to call them. Denver is favored in this matchup by 5.5. Over under is 42.5. And Jalen Daniels is out, which means Marcus Mariota is in. Denver's been playing great. I don't think of this as a trap game. However, I could see Denver struggling a little bit against Washington. But by no means do I see Washington coming out and pulling off an upset. And I don't see that happening. And I don't think anybody's just being honest and realistic. So, with that being said, and the former Heisman Trophy winner, the first Heisman Trophy winner in Oregon Ducks history for a quarterback, Marcus Mariota is going to be responsible to lead the Redskins or the Commies, whatever you want to call them, to a victory. And it's not going to be easy. Denver's a very good team. Very good team. Bo Nix has proven that he is more than just your average quarterback. And Denver has a solid defense. I mean, they're a very good team, coaching-wise, special teams-wise, etc. So I expect a great matchup. But ultimately, I don't expect Denver to show up and not play. Dan Quinn and company for Washington are going to have to do their best and coach a perfect game, a mistake-free game, in a game that is going to seal the fate of their season, potentially. So they can't afford to lose. Denver, if they lost, it wouldn't break my heart. But that being said, I don't expect that to happen. So, Broncos are who we are going with. And last but not least, one more game to go. Cottonmouth so bad it's awful. Medication, different medication. We got the Monday night game. New England, New York. New York, they had an exciting game last week, but no win. New England, like a second coming of Belichick with Vrabel back there. 7.5 point favorite. New England is 46.5 over under. New York, their season is over. They're not going to go to the playoffs. New England's looking to win the division, and I think that they will. There's nothing that tells me that New England is not going to win. And that's not a knock against New York. It's just they're not ready. The coaching carousel started for them, and sometimes it can be a very cruel thing for a team. And there's going to be some candidates out there, obviously, but it's been not the best sports year for New York teams when it comes to football. That's okay. Still got the potential of the Bills, maybe. Jets, Giants, no. So we'll see. Always got the Knicks. But that's all we got for tonight, fam. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate all the support and prayers for the surgery. I want to wish everybody a happy holiday. Be thankful with family. Be thankful for family. And I thank you again for the opportunity to earn your viewership. And just a quick recap on our picks: the Lions, the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Eagles, the Rams, the Bucks, the Jets, the Dolphins, the Colts, the Jags, the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Chargers, the Steelers, Broncos, and the Patriots. That is all 32 teams, 16 games, and I expect it to be a fun weekend starting tomorrow of football. And if you're going to go out there and partake in the shopping of the Black Fridays, be careful, be safe, don't go crazy, and there's nothing out there that you need that bad to start a fight over or do any crazy stuff. So just chill out. All right, gang. I'm Mad Max, the Sofa King, great host of the Sofa King Great Variety Show. And I appreciate you guys tuning in to the Russian Tea Room. And until our next show, which may be as early as tomorrow, live football coverage, we just want to say thank you, happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you again on the next one. In the meantime, it's your boy Max, and I'm out.